Full is here, Kevin O'Leary. You don't do business in California because it's poorly run. I got that. If Mamdani wins, will you do the same thing in New York City? Not do business here?
Well, I think there's a policy issue around how much of this New York City policy is going to creep into the state. I mean, I love New York. I would want to do more business there if I could. Currently, the most interesting development in terms of institutional capital is the pursuit of data centers, which are multi-billion-dollar projects. New York has abundance of hydropower in the upper state. What it doesn't have is policy. It doesn't have stable policy. And so those of us who pursue these projects have quietly avoided attempting to do anything in New York because you can't get it done. It really doesn't matter about the politics, and I understand the challenge the Democratic Party is having trying to brand itself or rebrand itself with people like this. Mamdani is probably not on brand for the new direction the Democrats want to go, to a more centrist place. So it's tough for them. But for me, it's about where do I deploy capital and what are the policies? And so I just listen to policy and I don't like what I hear. It's that simple. I don't have to do business there, Stuart. There's plenty of other places to go. Yep. And that's where I go. And that's what the state needs to understand. Yep. It's a competition.
Never chase capital away. That's a terrible thing to do. Now, President Trump says more trade deals are on the way. Yesterday, he unveiled a new deal with Bahrain, for example. You're an international business guy. How would you rate Trump's success on trade deals so far?
Where I think this whole thing is going, and so far I've been right, is that Trump is putting in place effectively a VAT tax, a value-added tax, a consumption tax, but he's not calling it that. Because when you start to see tariff rates between 10 and 12%, that's a reciprocal tariff on the European countries, the Swiss, the French, the British, the Canadians. It's the same thing. They have VAT taxes around that amount. A blended rate in Canada, which is a deal being negotiated as we speak, is around 12%. Some provinces 10%, some 5%. But the point is, if you end up seeing a deal with Canada flat, reciprocal at 10, that wouldn't surprise me. It would make sense to me, and it would also not damage business. And so I would give him high marks in terms of success. People do not like to watch the sausage being made. It's difficult, but Trump doesn't give a damn. That's obvious. And he's happy to roll the cameras while all this goes on in the White House. You've seen it happen dozens of times. But if we end up globally with a reciprocal 10, 12%, I think everything works out. And the market thinks that too. That's exactly why these indices are near their all-time highs.
Yeah, you've been right before. If you're right this time, and we do end up with 10 to 15% tariffs all around, I think the market can live with that, and so can the economy, because consumers are not going to be paying anymore, and the Treasury will get a chunk of cash from import duties. I mean, it could be a winner here. Kevin, I'm sorry to drone on myself, but it was great having you on the show, and I hope you can come and see us again real soon. Thank you, Kevin O'Leary.
Take care.
See you soon.